Hey guys, what is up and welcome to a brand new RTR episode. Today we're going to be opening up some decent rewards from the weekend. We've also got our new series that I'm going to talk about at the end of this video where you guys can compete against me to win some decent rewards. And yeah, let's get into it. So before we get into the rewards, we're going to have a quick look at our best lineups from the past weekend. As you can see in front of you, in Champions Season Division 1, we had the Arsenal team with Gravenberch and Guimaraes. I didn't expect much from this team. Arsenal had a hard game against Chelsea, and Chelsea are playing pretty well. We then have the Dortmund team with Upamecano in. I brought Alex Meyer for this game week just because Kobel's out, and Kobel seems to be out quite a lot, so I felt like he was a good backup keeper. This team didn't do awfully, but we're 22.93 points off a reward. Moving into our Div 3 team, I didn't expect much from this. It started so well with Jonathan Tah picking up 70 points and Pickford picking up 93, and with the bonus getting 101. And then we moved into the Barcelona game, which absolutely killed my game week. I was so hopeful to even get some podiums, but Pedri and Caicedo didn't really do anything, and Griezmann put up a stinker as well. Then we move into our rewards. So we managed to build a rare team, as you guys have seen over the last couple of videos, and this is the team that I fielded this week. We went with Penna in goal, managed to get decent score even though they lost 1-0, just because Barcelona just looked tired. They just didn't look like they were up for it. Then we had the defensive stack of Jules Koundé and Martinez, both of them doing absolutely shockingly. Koundé with a score of 30 and Martinez with 42. I expected Barcelona to absolutely walk this game. If Lewandowski's goal didn't get overturned at the start, when it shouldn't have even been overturned because it wasn't even offside at all, then that game could have been completely different and we could have been looking at first here. I mean, looking at the points, we're only 60 points off, which if you think about it, a clean sheet and the 10 points for these guys, that's an extra 50 plus bonuses. We're pretty much there and we're looking at £152. And then we have Real Madrid, loads of injuries, but Vinicius Jr. just doing what he can do, getting a hat-trick, best captain choice, and then Valverde picking up a score of 51.4. He had a chance to score and get decisive, which would have put us slightly higher, maybe, into this fourth place mark, but nonetheless we've been promoted into Division 3 and we managed to pick up £29, so that's not too bad. Moving into my Division 1 team, I went for something different. I didn't go for my usual where I just heavily stack a team. I tried to be more imaginative this weekend, so we went for Vinny Jr. and Rafinha as the best two attackers. Rafinha did shocking against Real Sociedad. As I mentioned, Barcelona just not performing how I hoped they would. Then Peña and Martinez also not doing well. Camavinga was also almost my attempt to switch it up and combat most people using Valverde or Bellingham. And obviously that's backfired. If Bellingham was in here, I would have done a lot better. I would have been, in this 11th, 12th position. But Vinicius Jr., once again, just doing absolutely insane. And yeah, if I went full Real Madrid, I probably would have been in those top positions with my experience. But nonetheless, you live and you learn. And then in the Bundesliga in season, we went for Leverkusen and Bayern Munich. Captain choice absolutely destroyed me here. And also Harry Kane just not scoring in a game where I quite fancied him doing well. Kimmich smashing it again, clean sheet for Bayern Munich. And then Leverkusen conceding on, I think it was the 93rd minute. Just absolutely ruined my chances of finishing higher in Div 1. And then the team that also did well was my Premier League in-season team. This was the one where you guys may have seen over on Twitter. I switched everything up completely. No stacking here at all. We've gone for Keller in goal. I fancied him the most, getting a clean sheet or good AA against Villa. Gvardiol has been smashing it recently. The one time I finally put him in my Division 1 team, and of course he only gets 38.5 points against a Brighton team that looked absolutely shocking in the first half. And in the second half, it looked like they could have won 5-1. Bruno Fernandes seems to be back to his best the last couple of game weeks. Brilliant captain choice there, getting 98 points. Heung-min Son, God knows what happened, but I'm happy Ipswich managed to get their first win of the season. And then Salah seems to be the best forward at the moment in the Premier League. He's going to be played there every week. He just keeps smashing it. Goal and assist in a 2-0 win against Villa. Let's get into the rewards. So you guys have seen the performance from the teams. We get £7.64 from our Division 1 Bundesliga in season team. Going into the La Liga, still managed to get 14th place, even though we chose the wrong team, in general. We should have went for full Real Madrid. Hindsight's a brilliant thing as always. £38.20 locked up there. Premier League in season, we managed to get another £19.10. And then my rare team, we managed to lock up £30.56, which is already nice. And we're going to claim all of these boxes and go and open these now. So before we get into these boxes, we have 34 Essence, 14 Rare Essence. It would be cool if we could get 6 Essence from the Tier 2 box. I don't believe that's possible, but nonetheless, I just want some decent Essence. The boxes have been nerfed heavily, and they don't look the greatest. I'm going to quickly scroll up here. Hopefully we can get some 10, 20s. I'm not exactly going to be that hopeful because you just seem to get 5 and 1 these days. In the 1 star, I don't expect anything more than 1 Essence, but it is what it is. We get 2 Essence there. Another 2-star box now. I'm tempted to start doing 20 Essence crafts just because it's just a bit of fun. The gamble, just one time it might pay off. You know, I always try to wait till a Tier 3, but at the moment, with how hard Essence is to get each week, it just seems that the best thing going forwards is probably just to keep risking it on those 20 Essence boxes, and that just wasn't great at all. I'm going to have a quick look at this rare. I want to see if it's even possible for me to get 6. It's not. So we're definitely not doing a rare craft, but hopefully after the first game week back after internationals, we can get enough 1 Essence. That is just, I had to interrupt myself because that's just, at least if we get the 5 next time, we might be able to, you know, step it up. But let's get into this. I should have crafted a Tier 2. And I don't even have enough for a Tier 5 after. So it's just going to be the 1 Essence craft today. Can we get something good from a Tier 4? I don't have much faith. My Essence pools haven't been great. Serial number's not the best. But it's French. There's some decent French players. Defender. What team are we going with? Atletico Madrid. Is that Longley? That will be Longley. I don't mind that. That helps my collection score. So I will definitely be keeping him and not selling him at all. He's been playing for Atletico Madrid and, you know, straight up to 8%. That is not too bad. Let's get into our lineups. So guys, a quick look at our lineups for this game week. It's a midweek international break. No one enjoys it. Nonetheless, we've managed to field, I think, 5 teams. We've gone for the England stack with the South Korean boys. They have a pretty good game against, I believe it's Kuwait. And then England against Greece. I mean, we all know how that went last time. But it was worth the risk. Hopefully Harry Kane can perform. Bellingham as captain. And then Pickford hoping for that clean sheet really badly. And then I just feel like Kim Min-jae and Son should be able to get really good AA against Kuwait. Then we have the Brazilian boys. So we've got Ederson, Vinny Jr. and Rafinha. And then we've chucked in Enzo Fernandez. I also had McAllister, as my voice goes. And I also had another Argentinian. But I went with Enzo Fernandez. He can perform on the international stage. Can't quite do it for Chelsea at the moment. I say that he scored 100 in the last midweek in the in the Europa Conference League. It's not, yeah, that's the one. And then we've also gone Hincapié, as I just gone on a massive tangent. And then into the final team for the in-season international, we've gone for Kelleher against Finland. Good chance of a clean sheet. Then we've gone French boys, so we've got Saliba, Michael Elise and Camavinga. And then we've got Erling Haaland up front, who can sometimes absolutely smash it and sometimes just doesn't turn up at all. And then in the Classic, I always put my worst team. So we've got Oblak, Romero, De Paul, Koundé and Vinny Jr. I'm not sure if these guys are even going to start. We're probably going to get a lot of DMPs, but we'll find out since all the games are played tomorrow. And then the other team, we have Hradecky, not expecting much against Ireland, maybe some decent AA. Rico Lewis, Tonali, McAllister and Noni Madueke. So they are our teams for the midweek. So guys, to round out the video, I wanted to talk about the new series I'm going to be starting next week. I'm going to be doing it for every weekend special that they do. It's going to be hopefully very enjoyable. It's going to be me versus a random viewer that will be selected about a couple of days beforehand so they have time to choose their team. It's going to be called Beat the Weekly. It's going to be me versus subscriber. The budget as voted by you guys over on Twitter is going to be £100 to field a full team. We'll both be able to do it. I will be buying the teams so we can actually enter into the competition. And if you win, there's going to be, we'll spin a wheel. So if you win against me, we'll start with that. Then you guys will be able to win one of those players from your team. I'll put them all in a wheel. I'll randomly spin it. And whichever one it lands on, I'll give you that player. And then also, if you guys manage to get in the rewards that game week, I'll give you a fraction of the reward, so we'll split it 50-50. And yeah, I'm quite looking forward to that series. Hopefully it gets a bit more engagement with you guys. Hopefully you're looking forward to it, and I'm also looking forward to seeing if you guys can beat me using an actual bit of skill instead of my usual stacking in the weekly tournaments. As always, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button because the support is always appreciated, and I shall see you next week.